afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I feel very glad and honored being amongst such professionals representing the Cyprus Maritime cluster. Needless to mention how important it is to support efforts such as the one we are all here today. Thank you, Abo and Heidi and all the team for all the support and care. For those that don't know me, my name is Stavros Fokas Kavalierakis. I am the claims manager in Columbia Ship Management, but today I represent ICS Cyprus as chairman and fellow. So ICS, for those that do not know, was founded at the Baltic Exchange in 1911, was awarded a royal charter back in 1920, and I think most of you know our motto. Our word is our bond, the motto that we use, because back then most of the shipping contracts were concluded there on the spot, where shipbrokers, shipowners, charters would interact. Deals would be closed verbally and then proceed to their offices to draw up the contracts. This is an activity of trust, therefore our word is our bond. And there are certain elements now that we have to be reminded of today, and I'll explain. Now, as a professional body, it embraces all these values that you can see here and certain characteristics. You will notice that there is a line here, starting from experience, adding knowledge and skills, and brings us to capability. Along with results, we can then have competence, which is very important for all maritime professionals, either ashore or on board. Now, competence, is it enough? We all have seen and used this adjective, which means able to do something well. An example, a competent manager should have known exactly what to do in that situation. It's clear, right? However, from the US way of approaching things, the Americans say competence, good enough but not excellent. That's a different approach. Let me throw this to you to think. What is the competency theory of employees that we've seen in the last years? What are the benefits? Employees who are successful when attempting new skills or tasks and receive positive reinforcement will internalize a self-reward system as well as a set of mastery goals. This can have a positive and long-term effect on their confidence and, of course, on their knowledge pathway. We've seen that be followed by many now ship management companies, and there is like a competition among the employees to gather points. But again, it's not always enough. Now, from our side, charter shipbrokers, do we consider them overall as trusted associates or just tools for the results that we want? Now, from our side, you've heard the term fellows, which in the past had the honor to be called as charter shipbrokers. But let's now go a step back and see and remember what do we mean by the term shipbroker. And maybe you will realize that you can recognize yourself amongst the term and the definition of shipbroker. So number one, a mercantile agent employed in buying and selling ships. You've seen that. And two, a representative acting on behalf of the ship owner in obtaining, for example, cargo, and often in arranging such port activities of a vessel as the discharge and loading of cargo, clearance and insurance, etc., etc. So, you know our business, all of us. We are almost everywhere now. We can be, even you, non-members or members, we can be found everywhere. The market nowadays is beyond their geographical, let's say, limits. So we can have a market through internet, through connection through a virtual call, or even a simple use of social media by Viber or WhatsApp. So we have to get advantage of that. Now, the main functions of a shipbroker. Number one, provide information. Information is everything and must be related to the market. So on the other side, someone who is overpassing information or giving the wrong information, the wrong input, will bring the wrong output. That is why it's very important to clarify what type of information you're passing on. Number two, acting as intermediary between two principals, effectively and efficiently. Results is the key word here. Number three, coordinate the negotiations to conclude a fixture. Again, key elements: facilitate transactions, provide market intelligence, and offer support and advice. And this is what you're all doing in your positions. Now, I'll jump onto this. It's just a page where we can see that organizations like our institute is now everywhere, worldwide, and this is what everyone should take advantage of in terms of acquiring more knowledge, training, and becoming better. Especially shipping, I've seen it through my father as a master mariner, a captain on cruise ships. Even at the age of 66, he was sitting on a desk and learning more things about ISM code and other important elements. Learning doesn't stop. So this should be the main focus. Use the available resources, benefit from the combined knowledge from whatever platforms. Even crew members can benefit from such type of platforms. Now, Themistocles used to say, the ancient Greek politician, he who commands the sea has command of everything. Then why we professionals are lost within the oceans of education? Have we ever thought that? You get a CV, either even a seafarer or another professional, and you will be overwhelmed from all these diplomas. It's at the end you don't believe that this person has went through and got all these diplomas. And we need to be very vigilant and more skeptical about that. Well, at the end we have ended up seeing that there is let's say, a competition to use diplomas and certificates as badges. So let's not forget that not even Google or even artificial intelligence can answer all questions or even answer correctly at all times. We should not forget that. Books. Organizations like, or institutes like ours, of course they're using books, and of course there are keywords used into them, but we have to go beyond. We have to use technology. I really liked Mr. Steliou's presentation at the end. He highlighted 3 basic elements. He mentioned relevant, transparent, and technology. All these can benefit all maritime professionals. And beyond that, we have networking. We shouldn't underestimate the networking that all professionals should not leave the chance to communicate between them, share information, or even read common publications. From our side, for example, we're focusing on using the virtual calls now amongst members for continuous professional development, for legal, marine, or other technical issues. Last week, we did one for consortiums, the change in the European Union on the law. Again, the goal is to keep professionals updated and of the key developments and, of course, current challenges. We are also following up with controlling councils, and we are putting up various ideas for the future of the institute, but again, we cannot stop there. Even if we see keywords here in all our books, like law, legislation, safety, loss prevention, regulations, training, more can be done. Enhance the safety culture and upgrade soft skills within the next years, but validly. Go beyond the knowledge demonstration. It's easy to attend, pass, and put it in the CV, but we have to acquire it. We have to get it within us as part of our whole personality. So in a way, acquire the quality needed as developing a habit. Those who have been on board can really understand, especially the old times. Again, organizations and institutions like us, we will attend and we will follow up with them within companies to acquire, let's say, an agreement to share information. And all companies should do the same thing, not only with our institutes, but with the rest institutes and forums such as SAFETY4SEA. They should be open. Such opportunities should not be lost. There shouldn't be barriers. Now, going on to the more interesting statistics, because besides being a chairman, I've been dealing with claims almost 15 years. I'd like to highlight certain things that I found through my research the last weeks. Yes. So, in general, have you ever heard the term error chain? In aviation, it refers to a concept that many contributing factors typically lead to an accident rather than one single event causing the accident. And the same applies on board vessels. You will see a similar graph that Mr. Steliou has also used. You'll be surprised, it's from a 2002 report from UK P&I Club. Do you think something really changed? I can tell you not. The error is here. Again, on another report, through the Maritime Transport Research from the United States about human error in marine accidents, and the question was, is the crew normally to blame? I can tell you that the total percentage of accidents attributable to human error, adding up the errors of crews plus those not attributable to the crew, is more than 75%, and in case of cargo and passenger ships, it goes beyond 8%. So therefore, it is a matter of safety culture, and it goes beyond crew. We shouldn't be so harsh with our crew members. We should open our ears, we should listen their needs, and we shall pass the proper safety culture and go beyond just demonstrating the certificates, the badges, the knowledge, the other diplomas. So thank you all for your attention and being part of the process and culture. Thank you.